Well, good morning, everyone. How is everyone this Friday morning? I'm doing great. I'm ready for the day. We are actually doing a little bit of remodeling at our house, and so I have to go pick out things, and kind of the holdup is me. So I'm not much of a shopper, so this is kind of not a fun day ahead for me. I'd rather be home crafting in my stamp room, but I got to get this done. One more thing, it's crazy that we have to wait so long. The two bids that we're getting, the contractors said, I think everybody's just sitting around looking at their house saying, oh, maybe we should paint, maybe we should do this. So there's really a long list of people in line to get remodeling done. So anyway, let's get to stamping here. I'm gonna switch my camera around and show you what we're doing today. Oh gosh, let's see, flip this, and this one is going to be a pretty fast and easy project for you. I like fast and easy. And let me zoom in. Whoops. Zoom. Whoa, I think I have my camera too high today. Hold on, let me get this, because I know the one time I did this, it was off the page and everyone made comments like, we can't see what you're doing. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Okay, let's try that. Oh my goodness, I really need an automated thing here. I'm sorry about this. You can see everything I'm doing. Twisting the little handle here. There we go. I was twisting the wrong button. Okay. This is really not how I wanted it to go for starters, but I can't, there we go. I was gonna say I can't zoom out. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. All right, I'm gonna go with this and hope I'm on the page. I'm gonna work on that because there's my legs. Oh man, I'm having trouble. Okay, let's just go with this. Okay, so sorry. Oh man, that's the hardest part of my video, is doing that switcheroo thing. Okay, so I always start with my host code. I love it when you use that, because then I can give some treats, and if your order's over 150, then you can go ahead and use the host benefits yourself. Okay, I'm gonna not show you the project in advance because it's that fast, but we're gonna do a little Halloween project, and the stamp set I'm using is called Ghoulish Goodies, and I like to make 3D items if you haven't noticed, and so this one had some nice little sentiments with it and kind of like hit all the bases here, and it really goes well with our designer series paper that we're using. And let's see. Designer series paper is called Magic in This Night. I'm still learning the names. That's just kind of an odd name for paper, so I always have to look that one up. All right, so to start out, I used just a black bag I had in my stash. It really doesn't matter the size that you have, but if you're curious, I will measure it. I don't even know where I got it. I got it so many years ago. It's 3.5 by 6 3/4, but like I said, the bag doesn't matter what size it is because it'll turn out the same, but it just has to be black. And I did emboss using our cobweb embossing folder. Isn't that nice? Oh, it's one of those 3D ones, so it's gonna emboss really deep, and you're gonna see the lines really well. I don't know if it's coming through okay on this. And then this is how wide the embossing folder is, and I thought, oh, should I piece and do the top? But I actually like that it's plain up there, and you'll see why in a little bit. All right, so that's what you do for starters. Just run this through your new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which, remember, this is only available to demonstrators this month. So if you want your hands on this little baby, then just sign up to be a demonstrator. In the catalog next month for you on September 4th, I believe, you can purchase it for $120 plus tax plus shipping, And or you can buy it this month for only $99 and get free shipping, and there's just the tax on it. So you can save some money by purchasing it now and playing with it a month early. I really do love the new machine. All right, so that's what you do for this part. Set that aside. Then we're just gonna take 2 tiny strips, and this is from the paper that I just mentioned, Magic in This Night, DSP. And we're gonna use the new banner punch that is in the holiday catalog. And this is a bundled item with this, so you can save 10%. Now, normally, like 95% of the time, I use the banner punch, but this time I just wanted to be different, and I'm using the opposite one. And the nice thing about this is that there's 3 different widths that you can use for strips to make banners. And I should know this by heart. It's a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch. So I chose to make 1 inch strips. Now, when you cut this strip, my advice is cut it like literally 1 hair smaller, because if it doesn't set nicely in here, it's gonna be a wonky cut. It'll be off a little bit, so it has to set nicely in that channel here. All right, so let's do the first one, the one that's orange and has like kind of a floral background, and you want to keep pushing it in till it hits the wall back here. If it's not in all the way, then it's not going to cut well. All right, then you just punch, and then you know it's going to be even. Oh my gosh, look at it, it is kind of wonky, which means I'm gonna have to, I wasn't in the channel well. Let's see if I can read. Oh my gosh, of course on Facebook Live. Hold on while I cut another one. And the dimensions of this is 1 by 2 3/4. And you know me, before I start these videos, I always say, what's my goof gonna be? I don't know what I did wrong there. 1 3/4, right? Oh no, 2 3/4. All right, let's try this again. I don't know if I had it in there wrong. There we go. Well, that's better. It's still not right though. Let's see. What am I doing wrong here? I did 1 inch. That is so weird. All right, we're just gonna go with it, but I'm gonna check why this isn't doing it, because of course the one I did on mine was fine. So what we're gonna do is just fix it and make it perfect. That wasn't a very good commercial for this punch, was it? Oh my gosh. Let me trim it a little bit more. There. This is why we have the punch, so we don't have to keep trimming it, but I cannot figure out why I did that. All right, so then let's do the second one. This one is gonna be 3 1/4. Now, I'm gonna flip this over so I can watch what's happening on the back side. Okay. That one was fine. Okay. You normally don't have to do that, but I must have been off when I put it in there. Oh, yeah, it is a little bit. See how I made it too short? It's not exactly 1 inch because I did it really fast, but anyway. Now the other thing I want to show you is we are going to use Stays On ink, and you know we have a choice between Memento Black and Stays On. I'm going to show you what the two of them look like when you stamp them. The first one I did was in Memento, and you see how you can see through the black and you can see the flowers, and you can't really see the image as well. So I'm going to use Stays On because it's more solid and a darker black. And that's why I'm choosing that this time. I normally just use Memento. And then just stamp this as well as you can in the middle. See how nice and solid that is? And you can't really see the webbing and flowers. Now look, compare these two. You see how that one's darker and then that one's kind of see-through a little bit. All right, then we're gonna do Good to the Last Bite. We'll just use the same ink because through it. Sorry about my head here. I want to make sure I get it straight. All right, now, oh, another little tip that I have to share with you. One of my team members, Pat Brannon, told me at Stamp Club this month, you know how that little plastic tray is in there to kind of protect the pad? Oh, I love tips like this. She said put a glue dot on the top of it because then you don't have to, you know, fish that thing out. Because every time when you would take it off, that little plastic would set on here and you try to take it off, and remember, stays on, stays on. So if you get it on your hands, now you have inky black hands that takes a little bit more scrubbing. So anyway, I thought that was a great tip to put that glue dot on the inside and then that little tray stays on top. All right, let's move on. The next thing we're gonna do is just open the bag up, and you would put your treats in here. I did not have time to run and get treats, although I do have a candy jar in my home. I could have used that. And for which side of the bag, it really doesn't matter. This is indented and this is coming at you, so I always choose that side, and notice that I chose that side to emboss, not the folded side. Then we're just going to crease on that line that I was telling you about that doesn't have embossing, and we want that up at the top. So it kind of makes a little bit of a contrast between the webbing and then plain. So I thought that worked out well. All right, now you would stuff your treats, whatever Halloween candy you like, which, by the way, what's your favorite Halloween candy? I like the looks of candy corn, and I will eat candy corn along with peanuts because it tastes like a Midwest candy bar called a salted nut roll. I think they call them paydays or paydays down here in Arizona. But I just saw a link from another team member who told me they have turkey and dressing flavored candy corn now. I thought it was a joke, but I clicked on the link and it really is. Cranberries and green beans, can you imagine? It might be a great tactic or advertising or marketing thing because I'm curious what it tastes like. Even though it sounds really gross, I think I'm still gonna try it just because I'm curious, so they got me on it. All right, now we're gonna put these two banners together like this, and we want them overlapped so that you can still see both of them. I on purpose made them different lengths. And we're just gonna put this in the corner and just take a basic staple. And so for me to open and put a treat on, I'm gonna kind of have to ruin it, but I'll use a staple remover and do that. So that's what we're gonna do up there. Then we have this beautiful black organza glittered ribbon. It's probably about 3/8 inch wide. Yeah, it's in the catalog. And we had this last year and it carried over, but it's so nice. It's a little bit stiffer, but it still ties a nice bow. So, and the nice thing about this is there isn't really a right and a wrong side, so it doesn't matter how the bow turns out, really. It's all gonna be good. All right, then just kind of fluff up your sides, and we're gonna trim the ends off like this. Now, we're gonna take a glue dot and gonna hang with me till the end because the best part of this is the last finishing touch. We're just gonna put that right on the staple. And now, good to the last bite. So you know what bite means? Bite means you have to take a bite out of it. So my favorite thing to use a bite out of is the heart punch. I like how deep the grooves are in the scallop. And if you saw earlier, I had the candy bar with the bite out. I guess I'm kind of into bite marks, but anyway, you'll have to check that one out. Thank you, by the way, for those who ordered the kits and the PDFs. That was a popular one this month. All right, so I'm just gonna take a corner off and punch. It's pretty thick, so you might need two hands, and there's the finishing touch, that little bite mark out of there. Isn't that fun? So I hope you enjoyed this fast little video on how to make a Halloween treat box. You could easily make these assembly line and whip a lot of them out if you have grandkids or kids, or even, I don't know if they're doing treats at school, but it's just a fun thing to do or set on someone's desk at work. All right, well, thank you again for joining me, and we will see you next Tuesday morning for another FaceTime Live. One more favor, if you could please, I think I'm only 50 people short of my YouTube videos, so I can do those live and it's going to be a better format for me. So if you could go to my YouTube link and just hit subscribe, and like I said, I only need 50 more and then they'll allow me to do that, so I would love that. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.